Hi, I'm Kat, creator of the Novel Factory, and in this video I'm going to take you through the Manuscript section of the Novel Factory writing software. So you can reach the Manuscript section of the software by clicking the Manuscript item in the main navigation on the left, and that will take you to a screen that looks something like this. There are two sidebars which are optional. You can close them and open them using the tabs there. On the left is the list of all of your scenes and chapters. In the middle is your main writing area with some rich text controls and some other options which I will take you through. And on the right is your related info, which is all of the things which are linked to this particular scene. And you can always look out for these icons, these help icons, the mortarboard icon which gives you help relating to not the craft of writing, the eye icon which gives you help relating to the software and how to use the software, and the video icon which gives you a video tutorial about how to use this section. So on the left you have your scene list, and you can jump between each of the scenes by clicking on those there. As we've got no text in the manuscript, it's not showing anything there, but that would obviously be changing there as well. You can reorder your scenes by dragging and dropping them from this list. The software auto-saves, but there is also a save button for your peace of mind if you feel that you are in between saves and you would like to manually force a save. You have the usual rich text options that you would expect there, and then an add scene button. So if you want to insert a scene from the manuscript area, you can do that using that button. The scene will insert below whatever the selected scene is, and you can tell the selected scene because it's highlighted in a slightly darker color. So if I click add scene there, you will see it add a new one there, and it opens up the new scene as well. Let's have a look at these buttons here. So this first option is the reading view. So if you want to be able to read your manuscript as one long continuous reading experience, then you can click that. Again, we don't have any text in there, so it's looking a little bit short, but if we had the novel in there, then you would be able to read all the way down there, all in one go, without ever having to click anything and clicking between the scenes. The next button is the manuscript statistics, so you can see your current word count for that scene, word count up to that scene inclusive. That's useful for, say, if you want to get the first 30,000 words of your novel, you can easily find out where that is. You have your total manuscript word count, and you have the number of words you have written today. The next button is the import manuscript button, which is where you can import a manuscript if you have started writing in Word. There are full instructions that can be found on our website. I highly recommend looking at those. But essentially, you just need to insert scene dividers into your original manuscript in Word, wherever you want it to create the new scenes. Same for chapter dividers, and linking characters, locations, and items to scenes means that if you have already created those things in this novel project, then the software will scan for the names of those things during the import, and it will automatically link them in the related info, which we're going to have a look at in a minute. Then you select your document and proceed and follow any further instructions that are given. The next option on the menu there is settings. So here is where you can change the font size, the font face, the line spacing, and the first line indent. Note that, as with standard novel formatting, when you write in here, the very first paragraph will not have an indent, and all of the following paragraphs will. The next option on this toolbar is the turn back time option. So again, because we don't have much content, there's not much to see here, but this is basically a version history. It's a way to access older versions of your work, which the software automatically saves. So if you are writing and you suddenly realise that you've edited over something that you want to get back to, you can do that here, and there will be a list will appear here to show all of the options that are available. The next option is find and replace. So if you would like to find and replace any word, for example a character name, throughout the manuscript, you can do that here. And finally there is the delete button for if you wish to delete a given scene. And of course it's going to ask you to confirm that because you don't want to delete a scene by accident. And an important thing to remember when deleting scenes is that because everything is linked together in the Novel Factory, if you delete a scene in one place, it will delete it from anywhere else which it is showing, such as the plot manager, the subplot manager, and the character viewpoint synopses. So just take care of that and make sure you're not using it somewhere else that you don't want it deleted from. Okay, so moving on to the related info panel on the right hand side. This is where you can link things together. So you might want to link characters to a scene or locations or items. Your subplot items will also appear here. So the top item that shows is equivalent to the index card in the plot manager. So you can click to edit that. You can change the title and you can change the summary and save that. And if you notice, that also updates on the scene list because that is the title of the scene. And if we quickly hop over to the plot manager, you will see that the same change has been made here because this plot card corresponds directly with scene notes. That's just an area for you to make any notes about that given scene for reference later. This is from the subplot manager. This is to do with a particular thread, and watch the video on the subplot manager for more information on subplots and subthreads. You can choose a point of view character for the given scene from the characters that you already have created in the characters section. And there are various little areas to enter data about various aspects of the scene, such as weather, date and time, the goal to decision cycle, any other notes, and you can add a custom panel too. Okay, that's the manuscript section. I hope you found that useful. And as always, if you have any queries or feedback, please do contact us. We really love to hear from our users, and we find your feedback extremely useful and helpful in how we develop the software in the future. And in the meantime, happy writing!